Hello guys, and welcome to another episode. Today, I want to focus on certain things that new people that just come in the United States need to focus on. And I'm talking to you as a student or as an intern in one of the company in the United States. You're probably here already, or maybe you're planning to come in the United States. But this episode is for you, and I want you to really pay attention to what I'm going to say now. You have got in this country, okay? You have achieved a lot. I do understand that things can be overwhelming because you have so many choices to make. There's so many things that are going on around you. You don't understand really how things work, and you ask questions. You might have half answer or the full answer, or actually different answers to the same questions. And you might feel like, oh my God, wait, why didn't you start? And how I'm going to figure out the whole thing here. So just hear me. So I'm going to give you a formula, something that you need to really focus on or not to focus on, depending on how the way you see it, to make your choice better, to really understand what's going on around you. The first things that I wanted you to understand is you're coming from somewhere else, okay? You are not an American, which means that you're limited in certain things that you can do that based on the law of this country, all right? So what I was saying to you is that focus on your immigration status. Your immigration status needs to be preserved. If you are a student, see how you can change the student status or the intern status to a permanent resident, or why not a citizen. And the reason why I'm going to focus on that first is because this will determine everything else in the United States. I know you came here for school. I know maybe you thinking that school will save your life and all that. This is a subject that we'll talk about later. But what I'm saying here is your immigration status is everything. It's everything. So 80% of your focusedness or whatever you do need to focus on that. And I said 80%. All right? Understand what's going on with your status and how you can make it better. And that's why you need to see an immigration lawyer. I know your friends and your family told you certain things that you need to know. Your surroundings also tell you things that you learn by listening there and there. But what I'm saying here, there's no expert than an immigration lawyer. So go find an immigration lawyer. This is the basics for them. For those immigration lawyers, and they will tell you what you need to do and what your status is in the United States. Do not only rely on friends and family and to really understand what's going on around you. So do that. Your immigration status, it's the key. That's the number one. Go see an immigration lawyer, and the person the immigration lawyer will debate the different things that you can do to turn your status to immigration to a permanent resident. The second thing is, I know some of you might think a little bit crazy, that I'm a little crazy, but it's your goals, okay? This is the second thing. Focus on your goal. Your goals are everything. Believe me, and I said again, I do understand where you're coming from and what's going on in your mind there. You don't even know what to choose, and guess what? Having goals can be a little bit crazy, but having goals will allow you to really focus on what is essential. All right? If again you're here to do an internship, how you see yourself in 6 months, how you see yourself in 1 year, based on what you have gathered already by being here. So set those goals, clear goals. And of course, you can go online, you can go to YouTube. There's different techniques to do that. in my website, I'm going to have to post some of the goals, how to really set up your goals and all of that. But regardless of the way you find a goal set better methods, I'm asking you to really take that seriously. Say to yourself, listen, if you are a student, in about 6 months I need to finish with my GMAT or my TOEFL, that's an example, and really laser focus on that. All right, and get your goal written, put it on paper. Okay, if you have to list it on your wall, do so. Focus on those goals. Successful people in the United States do that. That's how they do. So we talk about your immigration status. Okay, we talk about your goals, and the third thing that I wanted you to really meditate on that, if you have to, or really focus on that, is how to expand your friendship, how to really make a lot of friends around you with different background. When I say different background, meanings not only people that speak your language. All right, you're not going to be successful by staying in your circle. Expand your circle is by making more friends. Guess what? You have more opportunities, and you can hear different things that you can do to make your life better in the United States. So making a friends, it's something can be very hard for somebody who's starting in the United States. The language can be a barrier, but guess what? There's no such a barrier language. The person don't understand you, you will find a way. I bet you guys will find a way to talk. And by try 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times, at the end of the game, at the end of the day, you will understand that person. And guess what? You will learn also English. So that's the benefit. So be a friendly person. Okay, don't be scared. I was in a situation where really I couldn't talk to anybody when I started here because I was extremely shy. I was like, my English is so bad that people will laugh at me. And I had this situation where I don't want anybody to laugh at me. I feel like, you know what? You hurting my feelings when you laugh at me. But guess what? You can laugh at me anytime you want. You can laugh at me anytime you want. I'm okay with that. All right? As long that, I'm learning something. As long that we keep the friendship in a respectful level. And as long that I'm expanding my knowledge. This is the key. Make friends. It's by making friends around you. I'm talking about, it can be American friends, it can be Asian friends, it can be anybody, but expand your relationship, expand your network. That's the word I wanted to say. Networking. But those subjects, we'll talk about it in a different episode. We'll come back to those subjects. So the fourth thing is basically learning English. Of course, by making friends, you're going to learn English. That's for sure. Also, there's different techniques that you can find on YouTube in different ways to learn English. You can ask your English teacher if you are a student. You can also read, listen to the TV a lot, to the songs that you have on the radio and all of that. Trying to speak English only. Your language, you have nothing to prove on your language. I'm talking about your original language. So if you speak Chinese, guess what? You don't have to really to spend 100% of your time listening to Chinese channels. I recommend you to find that friends. Okay, to have that community that you can go to that force you to speak English. And I said again, force you. There's a mental breakdown that needs to happen to you from your original language to the English language. And this would only happen when you force yourself to do it. Don't stay back. Don't be too comfortable in your language. That's the mistake you do. If you do that, it's going to take you longer to learn English. I do understand I have an accent. I do understand I'm learning English every day. But guess what? I'm putting myself out there to perform, to make my English better, if I can say that. Okay? So by reading, by listening to the television, okay, the news, by listening to certain songs, I don't want to say all songs, all right, certain songs where they speak proper English. That's the most important thing, learning the proper way to speak English. By doing all of this, to have, and by also have friends around you that speak English, you will make your English better. All right. Do not spend 80% or actually even 50% of your time on Facebook speaking your language, your original language. Really is not going to help you with your English. All right. That's what I wanted to say. The last thing, which to me it's so important, then it's the most important thing, is the stress. That's the last thing, the fifth thing that you really need to pay attention to, the stress level. And I do understand how you feel. When you come here, you have so much expectation. You have also so much dream in your mind. You're thinking about certain things, and people start telling you things you cannot do, things you can do. It creates so much stress in you, because you wonder how I'm going to break through. You wonder, like, really, am I be able to make in this country? Yes. This is a lot. There's a lot of things to deal with, and the level of stress get from 0 to 100 in about 30 days, like so quick. It happens to me. It happened to many people that have succeeded later. So how to really deal with your stress? I don't like the word deal with your stress, because I don't want you to feel like you have to have your stress, you have to carry your stress with you and deal with it. You got to find a way to be happy. What makes you happy? You know, for some of you, it can be listen to their parents every single day. If you have to do this, do it. Call back home, and after you listen to your mom or your dad or your siblings, you feel pumped out. You're like, you know what, I'll make it, I'll go and do it. Some people can be like very religious people. If you have to listen to your priest or your pastor, or if you're Muslim, or you have to listen to the person that really guide you in your spiritual level, do so. But find a way to stay constantly happy. And I know it sounds crazy. People might say, how can you be happy all the time? You can. Regardless of the situation, what you are facing is a choice that you will make. You either stay unhappy or happy. I'm saying find that thing that keeps you happy. That's the best way to deal with your stress. Enjoy your life. Going out. The United States is beautiful. There's a lot of places that you can visit. Okay? So do so. Your level of your stress, or the level of your stress, shouldn't be a problem for you. Because if you allow your stress to really get in your mind, believe me, you will get stuck. You will feel like nothing succeeds around you, and You're going to start blaming others. You're going to start blaming the system. Yes, there's a system in the United States, which we'll talk about that later. Understanding the system in the United States start with understanding that you got to deal with your stress. Starting with dealing with your stress. We'll talk more about it. I will see you inside.